It's definitely the most productive, I would say, from like a performance perspective. But yeah, it was just kind of a big night. We did well in the perimeter tonight, and we were able to capitalize because they didn't really send a double team, so it was nice.
What, when did you know, like, okay, this is turning into a good night for me?
When the shots started to fall, I was kind of trying to show off a little bit of that new bag that we were talking about earlier, but then I realized that I just got to go back to my old reliable, keep it simple in the paint, on the post, and those shots started falling, so I just kind of rode that wave for the rest of the game.
Barbecue chicken.
You talked about that bag. It also included, you finishing with the left hand a number of times. I know you've done that before, but how much did you work to make that more prevalent in your game to go along with the fadeaway and the back down part of it?
Yeah, a ton. I worked all summer on those things, just perfecting, like I said, those kind of counter moves, things that people might not necessarily expect to see all the time, just so in those moments, you can pull it out and get a bucket.
Sydney, another efficient night for you. How would you describe how you felt out there? And it seemed like the team as a whole was really in a good rhythm from the opening tip.
Yeah, it was good. Em is a great point guard, was able to catch me a few times in transition. That was kind of what we were talking about. We run the floor. They weren't going to match up well. So Emily was able to find me, along with my open shots, just everyone, my teammates finding me. I think those were the times that they threw two inside, trying to guard her, and then we're all open on the perimeter and just knocking down open shots when I can.
Audi, what are some of the moves that you worked on during the summer that you're okay sharing, or that you've showcased?
I was gonna say to be determined.
That you've showcased so
I can't
far.
be talking about it. You're just gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, definitely more of that mid-range 3-point. Like I said, stay tuned.
I'll ask you, Sydney, about Emily. How have you seen her? I mean, she's always been such a productive assister in her time here. Has she gotten better at that in any way?
I mean, I would say from my time being, she looks to pass before she looks to shoot, which a lot of people you don't see. I mean, she's like the most unselfish point guard I've probably ever played with, and so kudos to her. And it's not like she's forcing it. She sees it before it even happens. Like, half the time when I'm running the floor, I don't even think I'm open, and she somehow gets it in there, so.
Is that, you think, just a way people are maybe born or just, raised to play basketball?
She knows when she needs to go get a bucket. She knows. She knows.
What are some of those personal goals or expectations you set for yourself, and how is it faring out this season so far?
Yeah, as far as expectations go, just kind of taking it day by day, really. There's no necessary, there's no bar, there's no ceiling. I kind of refuse to set like a limit as far as like what I can do. So just taking each day and getting better each day, putting out a good product on the floor consistently, defensively improving this year, which I feel like I worked on a lot during the summer. Like I said, kind of expanding that range, expanding that bag of tricks, and just kind of going with the flow.
For either of you guys, Mackenzie here tonight seemed to contribute a lot when he plays. Score doesn't really show that because it was such a wide margin of victory for you guys, but how can that carry over to more competitive games later in the year? What's the value of that?
Kenzie just works hard all the time. Regardless, she can shoot the heck out of the ball, but even when she isn't shooting, she's going to do something on the defensive end, or she's going to try and find somebody on the offensive end. So it's about.
Yeah, she's an athlete. She facilitates plays even if they aren't for her own benefit. So that will be huge for us as these games continue to approach.
I know in the preseason you guys talked a lot about wanting to be better defensively. She seems to be really active, quick hands, poking away at the ball. How much has she helped you guys defensively this year?
For sure, yeah. I'm going to shout out Ariana Jackson and Kenzie Hare tonight, locked up their leading scorer. They were huge, and that's just another really big benefit for us as a team. As a whole, I think we were trying to be better defensively, and like tonight, I think we played pretty solid, and that's credit especially to those two.
For both of you guys, it just seems like the team has a lot of trust that you gel really well together. How important is that, and can you just speak to how well the team does together?
Yeah, I would say that this team is really, really close on and off the court, and I think, if you're able to form a good bond off the court, you're going to see that on the court. As far as trust goes, I kind of know what Sid's going to do before she does it, and vice versa. And like she said, Emily Ryan sees the play before it even develops. So when you're on the court with people that you trust and that are that you know are going to show up every day and work alongside you. That just makes the game a lot more fun, and it makes it more dependable. Like, everything just clicks a lot better.
I mean, yeah, just like she said, there's a lot of teams. I don't think you can say everyone, all 12 of us get along fantastic off the court, and I think that's something that we have that a lot of teams don't, and that obviously shows in our play. I mean, even when things don't go right, we're not going to yell at somebody. We're going to high-five them and
Yeah.
let's keep going. So,
All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank y'all.
thanks. No, that
No,
was
seatbelt.